Dad made 11-year-old son sleep with his stepmom to keep him from being gay. Warp's Dowling, a 62-year-old Englishman, admitted that he forced his son to have sex with the boy's own stepmother, Annette Breakspear, saying it was to prevent the boy from becoming gay. He was 38 years old when he began abusing his own son, who was 11 years old at the time. The son, Daniel, who is now 36, recalled the day the abuse began. It was Sunday afternoon when his dad and stepmom were playing board game Frustration with him. His dad suggested for them to take their clothes off whenever someone lost. His stepmom was completely naked by the end of the game, and the abuse began. Daniel secretly recorded his father admitting the childhood abuse, and Breakspear received 8 years in prison, while Dowling was sentenced to 5 years.
What the fuck? This is crazy. I don't know what to say. I actually... What, he recorded this whole situation? That's for proof?
No, he recorded the admission of guilt from his father years later, 27 years later to be exact.
Good job. And what did the father get?
He got 5 years in prison.
And what about the stepmom?
She received 8 years in prison.
Oh yeah, because she actually committed the sexual act, right?
Correct.
So she got more.
Correct.
How old was he when she did this?
He was 11 years old when it started, and apparently it lasted for most of his childhood. Because his father said that he didn't want his son growing up gay. As a matter of fact, verbatim, he said, "No son of mine will be gay." The stepmom told her dad at one point, said, "Your dad's going to," told the boy's father, said that your son Dan's going to bat for the other side, which is a really crude way of saying that he's homophobic, or that he's homosexual. I'm sorry.
He seems traumatized. Is he traumatized? He must be traumatized.
You know, he surprisingly, he's actually successful. He's a fashion retail manager now. He lives in Surrey. And he's really open about what happened to him. But it is something that sticks with him. He said that he'll never forget it.
I saw this video of him playing. He was crying when he was mentioning it.
Right.
So he must be, yeah. I mean, good on him of trying to fix, to hold them accountable. Like, I think for every story like this, there's I don't know how many other stories like this happening and without anybody finding out, right? Like, I don't know, but every time somebody like this actually comes and does something about it, I think it encourages other people that are victims as well to think like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna. It encourages other people to... I mean, I know this must be difficult. A lot of people that haven't gone through this as children don't understand why people wouldn't just come out right away and just say things. And I think it's really difficult for people that haven't gone through this to understand the amount of trauma and the amount of guilt that people experience. And people don't understand, why would you feel guilt? You're the victim here. But... I mean,
we were talking about justification on our last news story regarding Jonathan Chow. I mean, his justification is obviously bigoted, but it is derived from his from his faith. He's against homosexuality. He didn't want his son being gay, and that's why he did it. He still sticks beside that. And the victim, he still recalls, his dad saying that's the reason over and over again, telling him he doesn't want to be gay. You're not going to be gay. Specifically making him lick and kiss his stepmother's breasts and nipples. I mean, we're talking about
in front of him.
Yes, in front of him, and both of them instructing him as far as what to do. And then that was just initially just touching her while she was naked. That was the first time when they were playing the board game, and then it went from there into intercourse multiple times.
Oh my God, this is. I mean, I'm good for him that he's not broken, but this can break somebody. Like, right. This could like fuck with your head, in so many ways. As if you go through this as a child,
Yep.
This could really mess up all your future relationships, or any you could or any. It could make it very difficult for you to have any connection with any person. I
Right.
mean, I know some stories about people that were abused by priests that now can't even hug their own son because of that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and whenever his father was in court, part of his defense, his explanation for doing all of this, he said that he was just trying to steer his son in the right direction, and he said all I ever wanted was for him to not turn out was for him to turn out the right way, the quote unquote right way. That's
all right,
yeah,
let's look at some
disgusting.
of the comments. Ray in Facebook live chat is saying, "I bet the in Facebook live chat, Ray is saying, I bet the YouTube live chat isn't as good as this." So there's some friendly competition between Facebook live chat. All right, Jessica is saying, top comment, Jessica, all you guys calling this little boy lucky? Really? Are people calling?
What the fuck? Seriously?
Okay, so Jessica is saying I think she's responding to many other comments here. I haven't seen
God.
it. So Jessica is saying all you guys calling this little boy lucky are shit people. The kid was raped by 2 adults who was supposed to be able to trust. Who he was supposed to be able to trust. It's not funny. You all suck. Yeah, this is so fucked up. I mean, it's your dad. You're being told to have sex. People, what the hell? Yes, thank you, Jessica, for saying that. These people, I don't understand. This is,
it's a real shame that has to be a top comment. It's a real shame that we need somebody to moderate other secular humans' comments. Like, you guys shouldn't. You guys are better than that. I mean,
no, they're not. No, okay. Here's the thing. I actually want this to happen because a lot of atheists say that, oh, I thought atheists are supposed to be logical, right? And I'm like, well, why did you think that? Of course, not all atheists are logical, and I'm glad that you're being. A lot of people saying, why didn't you ban people that are idiots on the page? And they're like, well, I mean, it's good to see. It's good for people to see. Like, oh, right. Don't be. One good thing for one benefit from being exposed to other atheists that you find that have comments that you find ridiculous or disgusting is it helps our community not become tribal, right? I want there to be a lot of internal struggle within our community because first of all it makes everybody help each other, recognize what views they have that are wrong or disgusting, and also it avoids us becoming a tribal group. It's the more critical we are of each other, the less tribal we're going to become. So
right, but the more critical we are with each other, and the more that we accept that criticism, the closer those margins come together. Don't you think?
What do you mean?
Like I'm saying that the more that we criticize bad ideas within our own community, don't you think that once that's the general consensus that idea, once that idea becomes the minority, then the majority becomes associated with the movement?
I mean, there's always going to be bad ideas. I mean, if we're having a problem of not having if our problem is we don't have too much, we have too little bad ideas, I think that's progress. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're always going to have internal fighting, and I think that's a strength, not a weakness. But
in the sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and also this whole idea of atheists are. I thought atheists are supposed to be logical. That needs to be destroyed, and I think that letting that be exposed from within our own community helps that. But go on, sorry.
Oh, no, that's all. Muscal in the live chat says, if the man wanted to see others engage in sexual acts, why not watch porn? The father is twisted. Why would the mother go through with it? So I don't know if you heard it all, Muscal, but the man wanted his son to not be gay, and that's why he did it. And it was with his stepmother.
But
Not that that's any
Muska
better.
has a point. Maybe the motivation was like he had some sick fantasies of saying his, I don't know. Maybe his.
But that wasn't the excuse that he told his son when he was 11, or what he told the courts.
Right. I know.
Let's see. Sub-Zero says, "You're right, Armin. It's possible to be an atheist for illogical reasons. Absolutely."
Right. Or you could be an atheist for logical reasons and be illogical about something else.
Right. Sure. Vibrantly Brantley says, "Facebook is garbage. I don't know why you show those comments." Wow.
Asia is saying, well, that's called rape. Yep. Emil is saying, Dad made 11-year-old son sleep with his stepmom to keep him from being gay. That should have read. So Emil is suggesting a different title. Dad gets stepmom to rape his 11-year-old son. And then he or she says, wow, even atheist feminists hate to admit a woman raped a boy. Oh, so apparently after he made the comment, he had to make an edit because a lot of people responded to him that a woman can't rape, which is ridiculous. Because the edit to his comment is, wait, is that an edit? Wow, even atheist feminists hate to admit a woman raped a boy. Please keep telling people how you don't hate boys and men some more, please. I mean, I don't think the suggestion is because of hatred from men or boys, but I think it is ridiculous to suggest that women can't rape, especially when there's an 11-year-old boy involved. Obviously, that's fucking rape, right? So, right. Yeah, that was rape. But go on.
Okay, so what if we say that we're not talking about the atheist community, but like Ultimate Classic is saying, if you want to be a rational person, you have to apply critical thinking to everything, not just God. So let's just not say the atheist community. What about the rational community? Shouldn't the rational community throw out these bad ideas?
Throw them out, or you don't throw them out. You fight them. You challenge them.
Well, Right. Yeah. Well, that's what
I mean. I mean, nobody suggested here that we accept bad ideas. I just said we don't kick them out because a lot of them change. Believe it or not, most of them don't, but a lot of them change. The only way to fight bad ideas is The only way to fight bad ideas is to talk to the people that hold those bad ideas. You can't fight bad ideas by just kicking out people with bad ideas. That's not going to change anything. You think you're going to, after you kick them out of your community, they're just going to go and be like, oh, I guess I don't have those ideas. And they're going to keep those ideas. You're just not going to see them anymore.
Atheist Republic's mission is to give atheists around the world a louder voice. In order for us to be able to continue the Atheist Republic, we need your help. If we reach 100 patrons, we'll finally be able to afford all our costs. Help us get there.